Hi, this is Ben Ivey, the fulfillment artist. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about when I decided to do a 10-kilometer run with no training and what I learned from it. So I basically woke up on a Sunday morning and I was doing something called morning pages. And this morning pages is basically where you write down 3 pages and you just keep writing and then you just do those 3 pages. It's really cool for your creativity and it's a new habit that I've started. So I'm writing in this and I said, you know what, I'm going to go for a run today. And I chatted to my friend Ollie the day before, and he was saying about, you know, when he goes for a marathon, he makes sure he goes on, you know, some 10K runs before. And I said, you know what, okay, today I'll go on a 5K run. And I was like, you know what, actually, let's go on a 10K run this morning. I'm drink some water. Fuck it, let's go for it. So I just drank some water in the morning and I set out, and I brought my Fitbit with me, and I decided, okay, this is what I'll do. I'll run with my Fitbit and I'm not going to check it. I'm just going to keep going, and the aim is to do 10 kilometers. So for me, I mean, I haven't run 10 kilometers like I thought ever. Like I'm pretty sure I've run pretty far, but like long distance running, I mean, I used to do like 2,000 meters, 5,000 meters, but never like a 10K straight. So I'm going off, and for those of you who watched on Snapchat, you got all the little updates as I was moving through it, and it was going pretty well, and I was enjoying myself very much. I was running, and I thought maybe I'm about 2K. And anyway, I then realized that as I started running, this person overtook me. Now, I'm quite a competitive person, so this annoyed me greatly. So I was like, well, I'm not having that. So then I chased him. So I'm chasing him and I'm trying to keep up with this person, and I'm doing my best. And I've got to be honest, I didn't stand a bloody chance. I mean, this guy was like bionic. I had no chance to keep up. So I powered through. And then in my mind, I was trying to log, okay, how far have I run? 1K. Okay, I'll probably run about 1K now. And then where am I now? I'm probably about 2K. So I started going forward. And I'm feeling absolutely knackered, but I'm just saying, just keep going, let's make sure we do this. We've got to come back with a 10K. So I'm moving forward, I'm flying, and then it gets to near the end. I'm like, I've got to run home. My legs are killing me. My knees started to hurt, and my knees have never hurt whilst I've been running, ever. Like ever. So my knees are starting to hurt, and I can see like this is the direction I go, and I say, you know what? I'm gonna go left. I'm gonna make sure that I do that extra K. So I go around, I'm there, and like towards the end, I mean, I am absolutely struggling, like in serious pain. So I get home and I'm literally hobbling. I mean, like hobbling from one leg to another, and I'm like, what have I done? And I arrive back and I look at my Fitbit and I check it out, and I've only run 18 kilometers, right? I pretty much almost ran half a marathon, because then I had to take the dogs out for a walk. You know what I mean? Like that's another 4 kilometers, and that was just stupid. So in the day, I pretty much done half a marathon with absolutely no training. And the first thing I did when I got back is obviously have an ice bath, because I looked up how to recover from a marathon, because for me, I had just done a marathon. I got into an ice bath. And I've been doing the Wim Hof training, if you have seen that before, so I knew how to control my breathing, but it was still bloody cold. And I get out and then I try and have some sort of recovery. But when I looked at this, I was like, this would actually, there are quite a lot of learnings that I get from this video, from the run that I did, and I wanted to be able to share that with you. So the first thing is that focus is key in life. It's very easy for us to do so many things, especially nowadays where it's very easy for us to be distracted and there's a million ways to do one thing. So focus and making sure that you know what you're doing at each moment in your day is incredibly important. It's very easy for people to get overwhelmed when they say, oh, I need to do this, I need to check email, I need to do that, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this. And often just having that one target, that one thing, brings so much productivity in that direction. It's incredible. Now, since then, I've applied that. Like every Wednesday for me is now Chinese day. where, you know, I'm learning Chinese and getting myself much better so I can start doing my videos in Chinese, Yongzhongwen. And moving forward from that, when I reflect on me working at the Unleash the Power Within with Tony Robbins, I worked on the fire team. And basically we built the fire, and then that produces the hot coals for people to walk across. Now, when you just have a singular task for the day, it's amazing how much clarity you get. So something that I would want you to think about from my learnings here is, what is it that you want to just focus on today? What's the one thing? Because having that one thing, having that clarity, can bring so much just less stress, and you can only make so many decisions in a day. So having that focus, just like Brian Tracy, eat that frog, that focus is so incredibly important. My next learning from the run was just keep going. Just keep going. Just like in Finding Nemo, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Like for me, I was like, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. And in life, it's easy for us to get pushed down or disheartened with different things. So stay in the game. Keep going. Don't be disheartened. Understand that there's a reason why you're doing this, and you want to remain focused and keep going. And whatever it is that's your why, measure those baby steps so you can see the progress along the way. Because it's easy for us to set these big milestones, set the smaller things, and start to see those that little progress towards that goal. Because that will really help you move forward and just really change your life. So my third thing was train. That was silly of me to not train beforehand. And if I were to do it again, I would have probably trained. Now, where does this come in useful in life? It's important for us to jump into things and to do new things, but make sure you get someone that knows what they're doing to train you. If you're going to learn football, don't learn off the average football player. Learn off Messi or Ronaldo. Right? Learn off someone that's incredibly good in the field. So for yourself, whatever it is that you're in, who's the master and how can you learn from him and how can you train with that person? Next is surround yourself with a peer group that's doing better than yourself. Because when I was doing that run, when that guy was doing better than me, that kept me focused, that kept me moving. And it's those people that are going to help push you forward. It's important to have people at the same level as you and help bring people up along the way as well. But in this circumstance, I want you to know that when you've got those people around you that are pushing and doing better, that will help strive you and set better rituals for yourself so you can maintain that and move that forward with them. The next one is aim higher. Aim higher in life. Like the reason that I did so well is because I said, okay, I'm going to aim for a 10K. But I kept on making sure that for each K, it may have been a little bit longer. I wasn't really sure, but I just kept pushing it. Aim higher. Because if you aim for the stars, then you're going to hit the moon. But if you aim for the moon, then you can end up being short of the moon. Does that make sense? So make sure that you're aiming and you've got a beautifully big vision for yourself. And the last thing is that your mind is the only thing in life that limits you. It's just with Henry Ford, whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're right. Your mind is capable of much more than you could possibly imagine. But it limits most of us because it limits our thinking. This is why people's business growth will never outgrow their personal growth. Because they wouldn't be able to think bigger and think in a very different way. If you think about your company now or whatever business you're working on, if you were to think 10 times bigger, you would think incredibly differently. You wouldn't be doing what you're doing now. If you were to think 100 times bigger, things would change again. But most people are stuck in their level of thinking. So what I would suggest is change that level of thinking, do something different and allow your mind to be expanded. Spending time with people that, like, I can't tell you how important it is to spend time with people that have these big visions, these big goals and all these things, because it will allow you to really understand how best to move you forward in a way that's much bigger than perhaps you're thinking at present. So I hope you've enjoyed my learnings from that random 10K run that I've been doing. I'm enjoying doing these little experiments here and there, and I've got a couple more coming up which I'll tell you about. And yeah, I look forward to speaking to you very soon. Thank you for watching.